you by our Patreon. Everything we do here at the Pokemon Professor Network is powered by the community. You can join our community of supporters on Patreon for as little as $1 a month, where we offer a range of support tiers and various benefits, and all patrons will gain access to our patron-exclusive Discord, which is a fantastic place filled with fantastic people. And we currently have a goal of hitting $500 in patron support. You can help us out over at patreon.com/PokemonProfessor. With tiers as low as $1 a month, you can support a collective of hardworking, part-time creators that have a passion for Pokemon, podcasting, and the community here at the Pokemon Professor Network. Let's get into it. What's going on, Pokemon Go trainers? Welcome to episode 328 of Lured Up, the podcast where we take Pokemon Go way more seriously than we do ourselves. Lured Up is part of the Pokemon Professor Network, and today is Wednesday, November 13th, 2024. This episode is streaming live on Twitch, YouTube, X, and Facebook. I'm your host, Ken Pescator. That's Adam Tuttle. Adam, hello. What's happening?
Hey, Ken. How are you?
I am well. How are
you?
Not
much. It's
you're loud.
Beautiful, brisk Wednesday.
Bro, first time under 40 in Jersey tonight, so it's officially
Yeah, it was
cold.
a cold one today.
It's officially cold. Yeah, I think we're old men that we talk about the weather, right? Is that an old dude thing?
No, I just think that's a old person thing in general.
That's what I'm saying. You want, dude? They're like
when you're a kid, you don't. It doesn't matter. Like you can
know
be in a tank top, and you're like, this is so warm.
Dude, I aspire to be like the old dudes that like gather at the local McDonald's or Dunkin' Donuts and like sit there and talk about the newspaper and the horses and stuff like that. We get that a lot in Jersey. I don't know if that's just a Jersey thing.
That is something that is in our main Dunkin' Donuts, like in Rochester.
Dude, every morning I go to Dunkin' Donuts. I see the group of old dudes, you know, a bunch of characters. They're all cracking up. They all got coffees and food and newspapers and they're just always like yapping it up, and I aspire to be that. I tell Sarah, I say, yeah, the association of old men is inside having their morning meeting. It's like those dudes.
She's like, just get my chai latte.
Dude, Dunkin' Bill's been crazy lately. It's been out of control. Love me some Dunkin'. Shout out to everyone that's here in the chat. Nice and early, Maddie G, Chase, Fisher J, Debbie Debs, Joltar, Trainer Spooky, Landor Alpha, Roax.
Everyone's in the house?
Yo, the chat is already popping off
you.
In the
You're
first
the real
2 minutes.
ones.
We really, really appreciate it. Trainer Spooky going, yurt. So that's
all right, so let's talk about Dynamax. All right, so
already?
Oh, no, I'm just
No. We have plenty to talk about this week. We're going to recap the last week of gameplay, including the wrap-up of the Harvest Festival. We had our first Max Monday, Mankey Community Day also this weekend. Simply groundbreaking. May not be all the title chalks it up to be, but it does bring us the debut of Dynamax Drilbur, so that's pretty good. The Into the Wild event will follow that and lead us right into the wild area, and it brings us a Pokemon debut and $10 worth of event tickets, which is great.
$10? What a deal!
Leading into wild area, which you have to pay $12 for.
You know what I saw today?
What?
On my way to work, I saw a raid for a Galarian Mr. Mime, and I said, you will not get my free pass.
What?
You will not get it.
I would have immediately pulled over. That would have been the best. The wild area is this weekend in Japan. Shout out to JT Valor, who's out there, so psyched for him.
Wow.
But the global event's going to be here before you know it. So to get things going, we're going to put together a little battle party for Toxtricity, G-Max Toxtricity, to get you ready. So that's pretty exciting. We've been talking about working towards building up a community of active, engaged trainers in New Hampshire. We're taking our first step into doing that by co-hosting an event with a local community that we found in New Hampshire, in Rochester, New Hampshire. Super excited about that, so we'll talk about it. And we have a very interesting story coming out of the Albany, New York area, where a township is looking to kind of put a kibosh on organized Pokemon Go play in a public park. So news outlets have picked it up. I got 100 messages about this the other day, and we're going to talk about it. I've got my detective hat on. There's plenty to talk about, plenty to sift through with all that. But let's start with your week. How's it been? How are you? What's going on? How are things?
It has been, I'd say, a long week because I have done so many Squirtle Dynamax to try, like
that makes the
focus
week
on
long.
Squirtle. Well, I've just done a hard focus on Squirtle. I'm trying to get 100%. That is like the one thing that I don't have. I have like 3 Venusaurs just like naturally occurring in the wild, which makes no sense. I have 1 Charizard. None of those are Dynamax, but I don't have 100% Squirtle, so it is worth the chase for me because I don't have it and I want it, but I would want it as a Dynamaxable Pokemon.
Right. I get that. You know, that kind of will feed into the conversation I want to have about Toxtricity and how some people don't see value in Dynamax Pokemon. They only want Gigantamax Pokemon. Some people don't see value in Dynamax Pokemon at all. I think that there's a place in this ecosystem for regular Pokemon, D-Max Pokemon, G-Max Pokemon. I think everyone has a place. Adam.
I'm raising my hand.
Adam from the Lured Up podcast.
So, well, I don't know if we're like because I know we've got the whole show planned, so I don't know if I can like just go ham on Dynamax.
No. We'll wait.
All I want to do.
Hold off on
Okay,
that. Hold off
okay.
on that. Hold
But
off.
on that same thought though, just like a theory question. Okay,
Okay,
we'll talk about
okay.
it at the end of the show. Okay, just
Okay.
terrestrialize. Just okay. We'll go back. Just continue the show.
Yo,
Harvest Festival.
have you seen that terrestrialized Pikachu?
Pikachu, it is insane. And TGA, shout out to TGA. They just posted it like casually. They have somebody that got the 10 and they just graded it. It came back a 10. I'm like, no way.
Dude,
no way.
Raw on TCG Player, $540 right now for a modern
so
card from the
expensive.
current set. Absolutely bonkers, absolutely ballistic. It's totally awesome. But yes, let's talk about Harvest Festival. Let's talk about wrapping up this week. I was nice. Surging Sparks. I was not too thrilled with this event. Didn't really do too much for me. Didn't really tickle my fancies too much.
Nope, not at all.
But yeah, it was a 5-day event, 7th through the 12th, double candy, increased chance to encounter shiny Pumpkaboo. Did you get one? I did. I got one.
No.
No,
I didn't get one, and I clicked all of them.
And I got one during Halloween with the costume, so that was cool. And I got quite a different sized one during Harvest Festival, so that was pretty good. Mossy Lures will attract different Pokemon during the event, such as Alolan Executor, Snorlax, Pumpkaboo, Smoliv. Smoliv with its shiny being released, which was great.
Yep.
I did drop a couple Mossy Lures. Dude showcases rule.
Same.
So I did drop a couple of those. Alolan Executor is definitely fun. Always fun to catch and see on the overworld map. It's good stuff. The wild encounters didn't really, the Pumpkaboos were kind of a wash for me because we just came out of Halloween, so I wasn't too big on it.
Right. It was just underwhelming for that to be something like specific for the event. It's like we just had the costume one. I don't need more Pumpkaboo.
Yeah. Sunkern, Hoppip, Execute, Oddish, not too big on. It is fun to see Miltank in the wild, though. I'll give you that. It's a fantastic shiny. And just, I love watching them udders. I'm just like, yeah, udders. Field research task rewards, giving Pumpkaboos and Smolivs definitely in chase. There was a $2 timed research collection challenge, Pokestop showcase. I don't know, man. This event just...
I just saw I'm just getting my showcase results. I got two firsts for Smolives and a third for Arbivola, but it's because I only have one that's evolved, and I got 3rd place.
Yeah. I did not do good in these last round of showcases, so I'm not gonna talk about it.
And a normal incubator. What?
Okay.
That's
Dude, I'd lures. Give me lures. I want the special lures because I will never purchase special lures. I can't take myself to spend the Poke Coins on those special lures, so having the showcases to supplement that need, good stuff. We also had Mankey Community Day. Were you able to play? How'd that go for you, if you were able to? Or
it was Sunday. I was working, so I did open the phone. I did catch a bunch. off and on. My Go Plus Plus died halfway through Community Day, so I was like, great.
Oh
Now I can't catch them.
no, that's some bush league
That's
stuff,
that's
bro.
when the anxiety
That's bush league,
increases. I'm like,
my guy,
ugh.
dude. That's not good. That's not good. But we did do or Niantic actually. Let me pull up this image first. Niantic had a organized food drive that they were doing through community ambassador activations for Mankey Community Day. They didn't really
Yeah,
promote
this is
this
really cool.
too well, though. It was like one tweet. We didn't really hear much about it. Then they kind of mentioned it right at Mankey Community Day, but there were some communities. Shout to Frisco, DFW, Hamtaro's group did an amazing job. The Essex, New Jersey group did a great job. And we also did this in Red Bank, which was a lot of fun. So we met up at 2 o'clock. We took a bunch of donations. Our community came out and donated more than I could have hoped for or asked for. It was absolutely awesome. Our stuff is going to be donated this Saturday. We're going to be going over to Lunch Break in Red Bank, New Jersey, which is an incredible organization that does a wide range of services for the community, from a food pantry. Dude, they have a food pantry that's called Pick Your Own or something like that, where they set it up like a store and allow people to go in and go shopping, from the food pantry.
Wow.
It really improves self-worth and everything, just like they do incredible things over there. So we're really excited to be able to work with them and provide, a nice donation to them. I'll pull up on screen right now. Let's see. This was the result. If I could pull it on screen here. Look at all this food. We got a follower, Joltar. Thank you. But look at it. There's Fusion Joe, the community ambassador from Red Bank, and a table full of food that we're donating. So we had an incredible showing of donations,
awesome.
which was absolutely amazing. Better than we could have hoped for from our tiny little community in Red Bank, New Jersey. So shout out to all the Red Bank trainers, and especially to those that donated. One thing that was important to note about this Mankey Community Day was that there was the ambassador check-in changes, where rather than giving the $1 special research, if you checked in at an ambassador event starting with Mankey Community Day, you got an exclusive timed research that you could only get through checking in. This was a branching research that had 4 different paths. Battle, which was a Team Go Rocket thing. Catch, where you had to catch Pokemon at volume. And then Team Up, where it was about party play. And then ultimately Raid, which pretty much was the best one because it gave you 2 raid passes, which was really nice. Where you would get the research, get into a party. The tasks were based on being in a party, like defeat 2 raids while you're in a party, and you earn 2 raid passes. So while we're playing Community Day, we're doing raids. Everyone's making their raid passes back. It was a lot of fun. It was really cool to get the exclusive stuff. Definitely liked it. Also, there was random field research for the meetup, where normally it would say event on the research tab. It actually said meetup. And there would be encounters on those that were outside of the normal pool of Pokemon that are available. Goomy, Onix, Tangela, Jigglypuff, Gibble was in the pool, which was really cool.
Wow.
But what was neat is that they did not follow field research criteria for IV floors. So instead of getting the 10, 10, 10 minimum, they could be all over the spectrum. You can get a level 1, you can get a level 5, 15. That was different for everybody. It was a lot of fun
That's
to
cool,
have a
though.
little. Yeah, very cool to have some diversity there. And let me see if I pull up. I'm going to pull up really quick my phone and go to my special research tab. Hold on, here's the phone. Oh, no, over. Scroll all the way down to the bottom of the special research. You can see here it says Meetup Check-In Timed Research. I really wish it said Mankey on it, but you can see that it is an actual timed research that does track in your special research tab, which is is pretty cool because it's a neat flex that, again, you can only get when checking into an ambassador event. Just some more incentive to visit an ambassador event or get on the path to creating your own. So definitely cool. I had a lot of fun with Mankey. Ridiculous amount of shinies. Just it was for me, my grind was more of a half put my head down and grind and half just hang out and chill with the community. So it was kind of a really nice vibe. Jersey has been in like drought conditions for about 3 months. We haven't had any rain whatsoever. We're having wildfires in Jersey. Pine Barrens are on fire. North Jersey's on fire. It's been nuts. And around 4 o'clock,
Wow.
4:15 in Jersey on Community Day, it started drizzling. And we were so excited. We were like, the trees
you
must
got
be
the
like,
drizzle.
yes. And we ended up hitting up Surf Taco about half an hour early instead of riding it out to the end of the event. We were like, everyone's like getting wet. We were like, Surf Taco? When you're at Surf Taco in Red Bank, which is our post-event spot, you have access to 5 stops and 2 gyms. So it's no joke that even when you're held up in Surf Taco, you can still get some really good gameplay in and get some raids in and all that. It's good stuff. So
And then how'd you do with Small of Community or Spotlight Hour?
Small Spotlight Hour was good. I got a tiny shiny. Hey,
You got a tiny shiny?
I got a tiny shiny, which was really cool.
I just got a normal shiny.
Oh, so you got one though?
It was Go Plus, so I didn't even see it.
Let me pull up my phone again. There's the tiny shiny. It's so cute. It's so little. Extra small. Extra fun. I love the shiny design. Love the little black olive top hat. It's kind of neat. It's kind of good stuff. All right, following up.
It does look really cool.
After Harvest Festival, we have next up starting this Friday. So we have some vanilla spawns here until Friday. We have the Simply Groundbreaking event, which we're going to run through pretty quick because
I've caught several golem just chilling.
Golem chilling in the wild. Dude, I love
out in the wild.
evolved forms, bro. It's the bomb.
Yeah, it's like 20 candies or something crazy like that. I'm like, what?
Simply Groundbreaking event, Drilbur, Dynamax Drilbur in the key art here, Friday, November 15th through Sunday the 17th. So just a weekend event. And, it's not much of anything besides the release of Dynamax Drilbur, but two times chance to receive Candy XL. It's a double chance. It's not the famous Niantic increased chance that's super vague. This is actually saying 2 times chance, which is pretty cool. Landor Alpha is excited. We were talking about Albany, but we got city folk talking smack against Albany. It's so funny. I love the chat. Love you, chat. Casa de Cubone, what's up in the chat? What's going on? Joe's in the chat, says lure check next time. He says, yeah, New Jersey's under mandatory water restrictions. Did get that notice this morning from my water company. So it's crazy. Here are the wild encounters for the weekend. Jigglypuff, Diglett, Alolan Diglett, Rhyhorn, Phanpy, Whismur, Kricketot, Woobat, Drilbur, Noibat, Excadrill in the wild that can be shiny. That's exciting. That makes this event, outside of the Dynamax Drilbur, the Excadrill shiny is a fun chase. You know what I mean? Because it's one thing if they're like, hey, if you're lucky, you can get a Snorlax or a Chansey. These are Pokemon you might find in the wild, and if you do, they can always be Chansey, or they could always be shiny because they're, basic Pokemon. Seeing an Excadrill in the wild with a shiny chance is a cool flex. It's a cool chase. The excitement level will be high if you nail one of these things. Giggity. Pause. Yeah. Field research, event-themed research will be around Drilbur, Candy, and Encounters. Timed research. One thing to notice here, no tickets, no money being asked for this short weekend event, which is probably a good thing since there's a lot of ticket stuff happening nonstop in this game. Whether it's the $2 ticket, the $1, $2, $5, $5.99, $7.99, $11.99. A lot of tickets. I want to get through one more piece of news before we kind of digress a little bit here. But this is the event following Simply Groundbreaking, and this will be leading us directly up against the wild area. And this is the Into the Wild event. And the headline says, get ready for electric and poison type excitement with Toxel during the Into the Wild event. Toxel is so cute. It is going to be a fan favorite, I think, just because of how incredibly cute it is. I cannot wait to shoot this thing in AR. I think it's going to be beautiful. Into the Wild, Monday, November 18th through Friday, November 22nd. Remember, the global wild area is 23 and 24. So right up to that. Toxel making its debut in 10K eggs. Adam, it's been a while since they gated a Pokemon behind eggs, let alone 10K eggs.
It's okay.
That's what I was going to say. How you feel about that? You're okay with that?
So here is the catch, is like, that's okay, because yes, people want it for the decks, but do the slow grind. Grab it, walk, just try to get to it. Don't freak out, because you're going to have
just let it run. Just background it.
Toxtricity. Yeah, exactly. You're going to get Toxtricity. So you're getting the evolved form already. So you're really just, it's kind of like Larvesta. Is anybody like, oh my God, I need this? I mean, yes, it can be shiny, and yes, you might need it for your decks, but it's something that stays in the background, like Salazzle. I don't care if I get the female or male. I mean, I know I can only evolve one, but it's not something I'm actively like freaking out about.
Well, I think another important note here is that with Toxel, the coming from a hatch, you're going to have a good IV floor, right? So you might say, hey, I want to find a good Pichu because I want a good Pikachu. And if I catch a Pikachu in the wild, the IVs could be all over the place, whereas if I hatch a Pichu, I know I have a good IV floor. With Toxel, you can get the Toxtricity, but you're going to be getting that from raids, so there already will be a higher floor. So it's not like you need to grind Toxel to find a good one to evolve up, because the ones that you're going to be getting from raids and Gmax raids will already have a good floor. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, so it is what it is, but I just think that it's exciting because this is a cute Pokemon, and I put a lot of value in cute Pokemon. Trainer Spooky goes, who wants a good Pikachu? It's just an example, bro.
No one.
Joe says I have the calm before the storm. Yeah, man, the wild area is going to be popping off, man. It's coming soon.
I'm excited. I'm hoping that we get the numbers for the meetup to be able to actually take down a Toxtricity fairly easy. So I hope everybody does their homework and actually fights Drilbur.
We're gonna talk about your meetup, but I honestly think, dude, I'm setting a goal. 20 people. I think we can get 20 people for you. I think it can happen. And just think, next month, 2 months, Global Go Fest. I want 50. I want 50 in New Hampshire for Global Go Fest. New Hampshire. That's the thing. All right, but before we get too far off of Into the Wild, we're all excited about Toxel and all that good stuff. But are you excited about 2 $5 paid ticket options here? $5, man. Make them $2. If this is $2, I'm gobbling up. Who am I fooling? I'm gonna buy both of them. But I would feel a lot more better. I would feel better if I could just buy them both for $2. You know what I mean? And then get them $4 for both of them. $10 is just like, bro, I can get so many max particles for $10.
But the $5 for the Into the Wild paid ticket just makes sense. In Toxel Candy XL, Toxel Candy, Stardust, XP. I mean, the Pokeballs don't really matter, but it says use up to 2 free raid passes. So, like, there's value in it.
No, I agree. I mean, I'm never paying full price for a raid pass, so I don't really put a raid pass at $1, right? But there is value there because you're getting the raid passes back. I hate paying for currency like XP or Stardust. It just seems too transactional. So
or Pokeballs.
Yeah, dude.
Change my mind.
$5. You know what? I would have paid $10. It comes with 20 Pokeballs. It's worth it. I hate when they do this, man. It's such a filler. Like, why is that even there? I have no idea. Just absolutely don't understand.
Yeah, and I don't really enjoy the hatch one. It just forces you to buy more incubators to get full advantage of it. So it's almost like pay 10, but we actually are trying to get you to spend more.
Well,
it just that feels bad.
It gives agency for people to kind of customize their play, right? I'm going to be on a single incubator grind. Will I buy the hatch Into the Wild thing? Yeah, but will I really benefit from it a lot? No, because I'm going to be on a single incubator grind. So it's like, yeah, I'm getting half hatch distance, but like one at a time. Like it's going to be, not the greatest value for me. It just doesn't work for my gameplay style. But, GoCast Chris, who's hatching like a bazillion eggs every week, this is going to be great for him because he can get half hatch distance, which when you're grinding a new Pokemon, that's exciting. That's really
See,
good.
I already put Pokemon in the 2 incubators I just got.
Mm-hmm.
I should have listened and waited.
And
if
then
you have extra eggs, just wait.
If you buy both tickets, if you're planning to buy both tickets, don't buy them in the in-game shop. Buy them in the web store. There will be a web store exclusive ultra ticket box where you get 2 extra battle passes for the same price. So, if you're going to buy both of them, do it that way. We have a large list of wild encounters here, and they're pretty diverse. Ivysaur, Bellsprout, Weepinbell, Alolan Graveler, Magnemite, Magneton, Ghastly, Haunter, Mareep, Flaffy, Roselia, Gulpin, Luxio, Stunky, Whirlipede, Emolga, Fungus, Dedenne, Grubbin, Togedemaru. We only halfway done. Come on now. I feel like I'm doing the poker rap. Remember that? That's the best. Yo, Adam could do the poker rap? Adam, how long has it been since you did the poker rap? Adam can do
a very long time.
Adam used to be able to do the whole poker rap, start to finish. That was the best. Remember we were going to record that one day? We were going to
we were
do like a legit recording version of it, like a remix. We got to get on that, bro.
Well, we need
I have my son to make a beat.
Help us with that.
Yo, Jamal will hit it up too. That would be so fun. But I
totally
dig this pool of Pokemon here. This is good stuff. In raids, 3-star raids. Are you doing any of these? Weeping Bell, Haunter, Flaffy, Charjabug. None can be shiny. Who's doing that? Who's doing these? I'm not doing these at all. Exactly.
Do you see anybody doing these?
No, I'm not.
They're just a waste of space in the raids.
It is important to note in the blog here, it says the following Pokemon will appear in raids. Pokemon appearing in 5-star raids each day, also to be featured in raid hour from 6 to 7 o'clock local time each day on the following schedule. So this is where you want to kind of plan out your gameplay to match what you're going to be hunting, because there are multiple raid hours over this next week. Tuesday the 19th, Nehiglio. The 20th, Tapu Koko. 21st, Origin Dialga. And the 22nd, Origin Form Palkia. These are huge.
Palkia.
Get a jump on these. You want to go into the wild area having these Pokemon. All trainers will have a chance.
I saw someone post online that there was like an infographic of how many different versions of
I saw that too.
I saw that you can get, and it's like the normal version with the moves, the shiny version with the moves, the shiny version without the moves. It's like,
the shiny version with the background, without the background, regular with the background, regular without. It was amazing. That was such a great post. I love that. But no, plenty of raids. Tapu Koko kind of funky in the middle there. I'm not really sure where that.
And why is Nihilego like? Because it's poison. And Tapu Koko because it's
thank you for solving that riddle.
I guess it makes sense. But
Adam,
same
you
token,
know it.
Like,
no, it makes perfect sense now.
But, I guess.
Yes. Oh, Kevin in the chat says, saw Niantic posted that Drilbur XL candy removed from field research and timed research tasks. Is that true? Oh my goodness. Gonna have to check that out during the break. Oh, Kevin, you're killing me. Is that true? Oh, Lander Alpha confirming. Oh, that hurts.
What was it?
12 minutes ago. Niantic posted that Drilbur XL candy removed from field research and timed research tasks. Hold on a second. We're doing this in real time here, folks. We're going to x.com and we're going to jump over to... Come on, mouse. Why is my mouse not working? My goodness gracious, my mouse is dying. I can't believe they did this. What is happening? Or is it on Niantic support? Is it Niantic support? It's got to be Niantic support. Why would they do that? It's like you would really want this Candy XL for powering up your Dynamax, right? Like, this is super important.
Yes.
All right, here it is. Oh, geez. Trainers, Drilbur Candy XL has been removed from the field research and timed research task rewards for Simply Groundbreaking event. Additional Drilbur Candy will be added as a replacement? A replacement where? Oh, jeez. Lander Alpha said I was expecting to see JRE in the past search terms. Yo, I went in on him today, bro. We'll talk about that during the break. I totally went in on him. Wrote a novel against. Oh, dude, Kevin, thank you so much for the heads up. But that's
wild.
that is a total bummer, man. That is not cool.
Well, we are in the wild area where we're talking about
like
it, so.
this has to be because there was a technical issue, right? This isn't because they're making a strategic decision.
And honestly, I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt, but because when have we seen Candy XL in this taskbar? Have we?
Oh man,
have we seen that as a research?
I don't know. I don't know if we have. Jeez,
and then maybe like Drilbur specific candy. Like I don't know if we've ever seen that either.
Maybe they'll have higher volume of candy. Here's 20 candy here. I don't know. I just it's all about the XL. We know this. We know that it's all about the XL. So we'll have to talk about that. All right, we're gonna take a quick break.
Put XL as a like a new research, and it probably outbursted to like every single stop, and like that was the one that took over everything. They're like, well, we're just giving it away at that point.
We're gonna have to go with this. Has to be a technical limitation because
I'm not mad because that's what it has to be.
Well,
like,
also it didn't happen yet. You know what I mean? Like it would feel bad if mid-event this happened or whatever. It is what it is.
Yes.
It is what it is. All right, let's take a break. When we come back,
we're taking a break.
We're going to talk about, you could finally talk about some Dynamax and Gigantamax stuff for Adam, because this is exciting.
Ooh.
We'll do a little battle party for Gigantamax Toxtricity. Just use Drilbur. Or Excadrill, rather. Then we'll talk about your meetup in New Hampshire. We'll talk about what's going on in Albany. And just kind of have a nice, chill second half of the show. How's that sound?
Sounds fantabulous.
All right, chat. We'll be back right after this. Hi, chat. Hi, everyone.
Oh, welcome. Yeah, we're back. Look at that.
We're back. Hey, we're back. We never left. Oh, Kevin's also from Albany. Okay. Ooh. Maddie G, hi. Yeah, we got some peeps in the chat. I love this. Appreciate all of you. I really do. Likeable Monster just showed up. Yeah, we got some fam here. I love this. All right, let me pull up some stuff. I can't believe that. I really can't get over that with the Drilbur. I know it's too much to ask for like a reason, like,
Yes.
Oh my God! Hold on. Look at Fleece King's response. Fleece King is the first response. $1 billion company, by the way. What does that even mean, bro? What is wrong with these people? What is wrong with this guy? That's JRE territory. How did JRE not like? I feel I can't be scrolling Twitter openly because you never know what's going to show up. But how is JRE not in here saying like you're horrible, Niantic, you're the worst? Ah, jeez, Louise. I looked for JRE's response. Settle into her alpha. I figured he'd be all over it. Yeah, lack of QA checks and many of these errors. Dude, I agree. I think that because of the live service nature of the game, it's just very difficult to do that. So anytime they can catch things before it goes live, I guess that's a silver lining, right? It would be better to do that than have it go live and a bunch of stuff break. You know what I mean? Like,
because it would probably be like when your game like is open for so long, but an update happens, and then you go into your game and you're getting research, and it just says like task _001 _ primate.
Oh yeah,
like,
when the text doesn't load in. Yeah.
Yes.
Grown men complaining about a kid's game. Yes, this is true. Look, man, it's for adults, man. Don't mock me.
Well, listen, that's how I feel sometimes with Fortnite.
Don't mock me.
I'm just like, it's just
Kevin goes, I mean, Jurassic Park was because they didn't spend enough on the tech people. This is true. Nobody cares. All right, you ready to get back into this?
Yes. I'm ready to get back into it.
All right, let me pull up me notes here. All right.
Why are you pulling up notes, dude?
Because I got to read from the script.
We're just winging it.
And we are back.
we're back.
From our break.
We're
Thank
like
you so
dinosaurs.
much for that. We are like Jurassic World.
That's an old person joke.
I want to take a moment to recognize some of our patrons. Huge thanks to our gym leaders, Ben, DJ Wonderbread, Espion Willow, Hall the Counselor, Joseph, Kimberly, Maddie G, who's here in the chat, Mythical Hitch, Sushi Slayer. Thank you so much. We appreciate your support. Special thanks to our executive producer, Xander, as well as the other executive producers on the network, Monkey Bread and Kate the Cons. Make sure you check out PokemonProfessor.com for everywhere you can connect with us. All the different shows on the network like Special Conditions, Sleep It Off, Way Spotters, Purified, Good Morning Johto, After Darkrai. There's so much going on at the network. Check out PokemonProfessor.com to connect with everybody. All right. Let's get back into this here. I'm still so thrown because of that. That's such a bummer. Such a bummer. We're going to talk a little Toxtricity G-Max raid guide or max battle guide, and then we could do a little free for all about Dynamax and G-Max in general. But you definitely want
just really
to
quickly,
what?
We need to talk about that Drilbur.
Yeah.
Its max CP for 100% is 786. So again, you're looking for 786 CP.
Okay.
If it's weather boosted, 983 CP.
Okay. Good info.
Sunny weather.
Do Drilbur. Giggity.
That's
the Drilbur. Like,
it
is very important. And, we didn't actually, you know what? Real quick, let's backpedal. We didn't talk about Max Mondays because we had Charmander Max Monday this past Monday, the 11th. Were you out? Were you working?
I didn't even notice it. I mean, I was working, but yes.
So this was an interesting one for me because initially my gut was telling me, why does this matter? Charmander's already in Dynamax raids right now. It's not that special. But then I thought about it. Similar to a Spotlight Hour, similar to a Raid Hour, the Pokemon that are featured are also available in the general population. Like Lugia was Raid Hour today. You could have done a Lugia this morning, but it was still exciting to be able to do successive Lugias during Raid Hour. Smoliv was available in the wild, but it was fun to catch an hour's worth of them. That's what makes a Spotlight Hour so fun. With Max Mondays, I have 4 power spots, around the corner from me that were Score Bunny, Squirtle, a couple different mixed things. One of them was a Charmander already. 6 o'clock, I refreshed the game. They were all Charmander. I walked the dog down the street, got my, my particles for the day, and did 5 Tier 1 Charmander max battles back to back to back. Finished up that section of the Galar Calling research, and I was like, okay, it makes sense to me now because I was able to do it. And what's nice about it, like when I originally told Sarah, right, I was like, hey, just so you know, there's events on Mondays now. She's like, Mondays too? And I'm like, yeah, but it's a little bit more passive. Like, it's a little bit more chill. We went for a walk. We walked the dog. She ran in the Walgreens for something. I'm like out there with the dog. She comes out. She's like, all right, well, are we going to go play? You're going to go play your game? I'm like, no, I'm done. I'm done. I'm good to go home. Like it was. So I appreciated that it was a passive thing where I could just walk the dog, do a couple, call it a day. Whereas if I'm doing Spotlight Hour, I kind of want to grind through the whole thing. This felt right. It felt good. Now, did it have an organized meetup behind it in our community? No. Do I think future Max Mondays will have organized meetups similar to a Spotlight Hour or Raid Hour? Maybe not.
Maybe.
But Drilbur will.
The higher tier ones.
Well,
yes.
That's an interesting topic, though. Will they change the format from Tier 1 max battles to Tier 3 max battles? Because you got to remember, from a free-to-play perspective, casual perspective, and also keeping the max particle cap in mind, if you're doing Tier 1s and you play your cards right...
We still need an increase.
So, dude, I kind of hashed this out and put my thoughts onto digital paper on X, replying to JRE today, and I was like, I kind of really like the cap, and I've changed. I'm flip-flopping here because originally I was with you, and I was like, the cap is too low. We spend our max particles and we're done, and it cuts our gameplay short. It just doesn't feel right. So I kind of put my thoughts together about it, and this is
but
where
you
I'm
still
at
agree.
now.
with the 300 that we walk, we should just be able to get no matter what.
I mean, agree to this to the extent of, yeah, it would be nice. You know what I mean? I don't agree that it should be implemented, but if they did it, I'd be like, thumbs up. But here's my feeling on it. The cap. Because the cap is daily and because the limit is low, what Niantic is going for, in my opinion, is smaller, more frequent, bite-sized gameplay sessions where, let's say, I have my goal is to power up a G-Max move 3 times, right? Which is going to take me...
But if I'm after Squirtle, I can't keep going.
But look, right. But if I want to do...
That's me. I want to continue playing the game.
You can for a price. You just got to pay.
Yeah, I know.
But
I know.
if I'm trying to power up my moves, right? I know that I like what Niantic, and again, this is my assumption. Niantic would rather you play every day for a little bit than play one day for a long amount of time. And I think that's what they're going for with this tight loop, with the daily close on it, because it gets you out there more frequently, even if it's for a shorter amount of time. And I think that, you know, Joltar in the chat says Singaporean grandma. The Singaporean grandmas out there will probably have an easier time finding and walking to, 6 power spots on a Monday than saying, hey, on Monday, I'm going to find 12 power spots. So it closes that loop. It gets people out playing more frequently. And I think in the end...
I guess that makes sense, but still.
But it gives you more
Think
agency.
if we're walking, if you're going to have that orange button that says claim this...
All right, so that's a little bit of a different topic, a little bit of a different thing, but I get that.
Yes.
Because that could be like a pure reward for effort, right? It's not like, hey, I'm going to...
And even if they increased it from 3 kilometers to 5 kilometers... just to make it like a little bit tougher, but like you're guaranteed to just get it, I'm totally fine with that.
What if when you hit your cap, it bumps from 2K to 5K or whatever, you know what I mean? Or something like that. Like it bumps up to 5K. I like that idea. I do, because I think people that are outside exploring, exercising, doing their thing should be rewarded.
Why take that away from someone? That's what bothers me.
But the thing is, they're not taking it away. They're just capping it. So it's not like they're saying, here it is, but no, it's just saying like, you got to play.
So I'm going to sit home. I'm going to claim the 300 when I open the phone. Right. You don't have to, but like casual player, I'm just going to do that. No power spots around me. I go do my walk and then claim another 600, but then I go out and start playing. And then I can only get a couple. Like feels bad. You get 2. You go to 2 power spots. That feels bad.
But there's a point where it's like there's options for you that require you to pay up, and I don't think it's predatory. I don't think it's like a slap in the face
either. But I think not being able to get what you earn by walking is a slap in the face.
I hate the slap in the face thing. I really do. I hate when people say that, because it's like they're not.
I think.
Is it because they're dangling it over you being orange? Okay.
Yep.
Okay, so that's
it's frustrating. It's frustrating
because you see it and you're like, it won't work.
You go to your page, and it's like, oh, sorry, sir, you've already completed all of your power spots.
Yeah,
or max particles, and it's very frustrating. I have it all the time. Because I forget about it. I'll do 9 power spots or whatever it is that I do to like tap enough, and sometimes I forget and I just like inherently do it, and I'm like, great, there I go. I did 9 and not 7,
but
now I'm screwed. I'm screwed out of an extra 200 because I didn't click a button that requires me to click in, slide over, go and like click it. It's just there's a long process to get to it. It's not just like, hey, you're at like you've hit 7 power spots. Would you like to use this? Like even if an alert popped up, that would be better. Because it stinks knowing that like if I tap one or if I just
go over the limit
and do the battle, it auto grabs those particles.
So I've been like an eagle eye on my max particles over the past couple days, and I've masterminded it to where I've ended up being able to collect an additional 20 max particles. And then I was able to collect my 300. I've had that the last 2 days in a row, and that's not by luck. That's because I'm being very careful. 3 days ago, I had like a bonehead moment and just forgot and had like 100 particles to go, and I clicked on a new power spot that put me over by 120, and I was like, I can't collect my 300 now. So
yeah, and that feels bad.
But it's a challenge. It's a new meta. It's a new piece of meta in the game to be engaged with. So I don't mind that too much. But you got to remember too the value add of spending 150 Pokecoins on max particles is that you're getting 800, which is 3.5 tier 1 max battles. So combine that with your 20 coins from your Pokecoin bounty thing, your 50 coins that you're collecting from gyms. Like, it's a very good value, in my opinion, to say I'm going to spend $1 or $1.50 or whatever, and now I could do 4 more of these things. Like, because they're tier 1, that value proposition goes down if they say we're going to make these tier 3, because now you're only doing 2. Or if they made them a tier 6, now you're only doing 1. It's like, all right, it's 6:05 and I'm done with Max Monday Hour. You know what I mean? Like, you're just done. One bit of feedback I definitely recommended to Niantic was that it would have been nice if the power spots refreshed every 30 minutes, similar to Raid Hour.
Yes.
Because people that have limited power spots, even if they have 2, now they could do 4 max battles, get more engagement out of the event. Whereas, some people that have 2-3 power spots, they might have been done by 6:20 because they did their three battles, and now it's just like, all right, well, I want to continue playing. I even have extra power or extra max particles to burn.
But no soup for you though. Soup. Yeah.
No power spots. No power spots. So, a lot of people kind of chiming in the chat. Shout out to everybody in the chat. DJ Pokemon says, explaining away a bad function, there's no reason why they can't just let you claim what you earned. So they're getting your back at them in the chat. Definitely see it. We see you.
Thank you. It doesn't make sense. And like I said, even if I have to walk an extra 2 kilometers, because like if you're out and about doing your daily stuff, you're gonna get it anyways.
Yeah. Kevin in the chat.
How many times you open up the app and you've got a 5K egg, and it's like, oh, you got an egg ready to hatch.
Says, why do particles for increasing moves and doing battles have to be the same thing? I wish there was 2 separate systems. See, I'm the counterpoint here because I like that they're the same.
Oh my gosh, this guy. I don't know if we can podcast anymore. This might be my last podcast.
Hold up. Pulling up the phone here for a second. Let me pull up the phone here.
How do I send it? Do I send you the resignation letter?
Yes, I got my Gmax. Look, okay. All right. So here's my Gmax. I didn't put a Gengar in here yet because I don't have a hundo. But no, we've got my Gmax, right? I brought him up to level 40. I withheld from doing lower tiered max battles besides Max Monday to save my max particles. I now have a Venusaur with maxed out moves, level 3. I've got a Blastoise fully maxed out, and I've got a Charizard shiny all by the way, all maxed out. So it's a give and take. I had to say, I'm not going to do my, Sobble or throwaway tier 1 max battles today. I'm going to use this on my moves because I'd rather be a community player. You know what I'm saying? I'm
upset that I need so many Candy XL for Cinderace because I need 120 to make everything level 3.
Do some raids, bro.
But I still need to. I literally am doing. I mean, if it wasn't for Squirtles, like I'm still seeing Score Bunnies. So I'm doing Squirtles and Score Bunnies. But if I don't have enough candy. Like I'm trying to power it up as well, just to keep like leveling it up. And it's like, do I level it up, or do I level up its max moves? I don't know what the right answer is, but it makes me appreciate Cinderace so much. Like, and then I battled a Scorbunny on Tuesday during Ashton's practice, and I kind of just like watched it. Like watching Score Bunny fall is like super cute, but also it does like the little like it like rubs its nose and it's like I don't know.
Yeah,
They
I'll
they
tell you what's
outdid
super cute,
themselves.
Adam. You actually handling and thinking about your score bunny like a real Pokemon trainer. You've talked about like how you're bonding with this thing, and I've never heard you talk about score bunny in years. Since it's been released, and now you have this bond going, and it's just like, all
It's
right,
almost like I forgot about Delibird, but I didn't. I didn't.
oh,
But
easy,
I have a new
easy.
appreciation for, and there might be collecting issues now. No, I'm just kidding.
All right. Well, the reason you want to do Drilbur is because it is the lead counter for Gigantamax and Toxtricity. So
Okay,
it's just
I do just want to chime in real quick. I did get the 100% Metagross, but for the
that's
Dynamax,
that's
but
legit.
but it doesn't feel the same. Like it doesn't feel the same as Cinderace.
What?
And I don't know why.
What?
I don't know why.
I'd be way
It
more
doesn't.
hyped over that Metagross. Are you kidding me?
But I'm not. I'm not. I'm not, and I
Oh,
don't
that's
understand it.
Gigantamax Toxtricity will be here for the wild area. So this is why you want to do Drilbur. It is, and we're going to look at GoHub and we're going to look at Pokebattler because there's some different breakouts here. Gigantamax Toxtricity, Tier 6 Max Battle, 800 Max Particles, just like Gengar, just like the Kanto starters. Just remember what they had applied to Gigantamax Gengar with the increased catch rate, the 25k extra Stardust, and the difficulty nerf have not been confirmed that they will be applied to Toxtricity. Just be aware of that. Will they do something? Will there be some balancing between Venusaur, Blastoise, Charizard, and Toxtricity? Probably, but there's been no announcement of that, so just make sure you stay tuned to that. It is an electric and poison type Pokemon, obviously the call to the wild area itself, which means it's weak to ground and psychic moves, especially ground. Would recommend teams of Dynamax Excadrill and Dynamax Metagross. Toxtricity is particularly weak to ground types, so Excadrill is the way to go. Your 100% CPs on the Gmax, 1486 at level 20, 1858 at level 25, boosted in rainy or cloudy weather. So again, 1486, 1858 for Toxtricity. So they don't really put a number on it, but GoHub says you're going to need between 10 and 40 players to take down Gigantamax Toxtricity. It's like, really? Very, very, very wide. They have, if we just jump over to Pokebattler really quick, and Pokebattler, their models, they even say, like, we don't really know much about how this is going to work out. We're basing this on if everyone has, tier 1 max moves and stuff like that. But they say you could do it between, where is it? I saw it somewhere. 4 to 6 trainers, they estimated it at. Where is it? Where did it say it? I don't know. I think they said like 4 to 6 trainers, so something crazy. So we'll have to pay close attention to this because I don't know where it's going to go. But in terms of counters, Excadrill up top, Mudshot, Earthquake, double weak to ground, go for this. Metagross is an interesting one because it has a Psychic Fast move and it has the ground Earthquake charged move, so you get a little bit of both. And you could also spec Rillaboom with Earth Power. So up top, you got Excadrill, Metagross, Rillaboom, and Greedent coming in with Mudshot at number 4. Now you got to remember, as Dynamax Pokemon, because none of and again, let everyone notice, no Gmax Pokemon in this counter list, at least up top here. They're all Dynamax Pokemon. People say Dynamax Pokemon don't have any purpose. They clearly do, because the lead counters for Gmax Toxtricity are Dynamax Pokemon. It's very exciting. This is good. It's accessibility. I like it. But what we're going to notice here is that Pokebattler puts Greedent at number 4, Venusaur at number 5. If we hop back over to GoHub, Excadrill, Dynamax, Metagross, and Rillaboom 1, 2, and 3, they put Drilbur at number 4, Gengar at number 5.
Just the base.
Look, they don't have Greedent until 12. So this is why I like looking at multiple sites for this.
Is at 7. We're gonna.
Cinderace is number 7. He is Fire Spin Flamethrower. That's crazy. But you got to remember with Dynamax, the max attack move is based on the Pokemon's fast move. So something like Metagross is great because it's fast. You could spec Psychic as its fast move, so you're still getting super effective, damage there. And then it has Earthquake as its charged move, so you get the benefit of being, double super effective there. So you have to play your cards right, but I thought it was particularly interesting that no Gigantamax Pokemon were in the top 3 counter list here, proving that Dynamax do have a place and do have a position in this game. I think that's very important to note. Joltar in the chat says, that's rubbish. Greedent should be much, much higher. Dead Superhero saying doing Greedent dirty. He loves Greedent. That's so funny. But I thought that was really cool. For me, it's going to be Excadrills across the board. That's how I'm going to roll. I don't, depending on the numbers, if I have a big group, which I'm sure I will because I have an active community, thank you. I will probably power up one Excadrill move, because I'm going to invest in max particles, and I will run lower level Excadrills as number 2, number 3. I do have powered up Metagross, so if I need to pull that out, I totally will. But I think that Excadrill is the play here, hands down, even if you don't evolve up to Excadrill.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna go ham on Drilburs for sure, but if I don't get, several good ones and only one can be powered up, I'll probably bring Cinderace and Metagross.
Okay, well, I mean, they're still lead top counters. You know what I mean? Metagross being in the top 3 and Cinderace being in the top 10 of GoHub's model. So pretty cool stuff. So let us know what you're going to be bringing to Toxtricity for the wild area. Let us know how you do. Let us know how the event goes if you have enough people to do it. This is the landscape of IRL Pokemon Go local gameplay. Again, not the Go Fests, not the Go Tours, local play. Global events like this, it's changing because it's providing avenues for those that have larger groups to do things that they may not have been able to achieve previously. And that kind of takes me to New Hampshire, which we've been talking about a lot lately because Adam...
I know that place.
Adam's in New Hampshire. And how far are you from Rochester?
20 minutes, 18,
okay.
20 minutes.
So it's not completely local, but it's not that far away, right? It's not that bad a drive.
Right.
So it's not like you can take a ride down to the store and see what's going on in Rochester at all times because you're just outside of the window. So when I asked Adam, what's the community like, in his immediate area, it's dead. There was nothing. There was a couple people, if that. Lo and behold, you found a campfire in Rochester, the Tri-City Pokemon Go group, and they actually had a meetup for Gengar, and they have activity going on that Adam didn't even know about, and it was only 20 minutes away. So this is a great indicator that you got to do some research and you got to do some homework to figure out there may be activity in your area and you may not even know it because you may not be searching. You got to remember when you're searching on Campfire, you can scroll that map all over the place and look around and figure out and find stuff. So I highly urge you to do that. If you've heard of an area that people play, an area that has a developed game board, search it on Campfire. See if there's anything going on. So
yeah,
you
I've
find
got to get the Facebook group that I'm in. I've got to post in there and just kind of say, "Hey."
So that's
check
next.
out this Discord.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
that's
next.
I want everybody to migrate and be on the same page.
Yep. I agree. But I thought it was really a nice little bonus, a nice little silver lining that there was activity happening in Rochester. You just didn't know it. And how active is that activity? Active for New Hampshire. They're not getting Essex County, New Jersey, 235 campfire check-in numbers. They're not getting Red Bank, 60, 70 check-in numbers.
Why not?
Well, because we're not there yet. But they're getting 8, 9, 10 people, enough to take down Gengar. But Gengar had a nerf. Will Toxtricity have enough? Will there be enough? We don't know. So this is what we're doing. We started the New Hampshire Rural Community Project, where we're going to be developing a community in Adam's area. Now we have a jump start, because now 20 minutes from Adam, there's an existing group, the Tri-City Pokemon Go, and we're co-hosting an event with them where we made a flyer. And look, it's Adam. It says Tri-City Pokemon Go in association with the Lured Up podcast and the new. That's from, you know what that photo is from? That photo is from the TPC headquarters.
Seattle.
No, that's GoFest Seattle when we were
Seattle.
at TPC headquarters. Yep, that was exciting. Pokemon Go Wild area at Factory Court in Rochester, New Hampshire. It's an empty parking lot, so you guys are going big. Saturday, November 23rd, we're giving away a Go Plus Plus. Come see Adam, take a picture, and win a Go Plus Plus. We got one to give away. But what I'm excited about here is we're going to be working with neighboring communities in the Dover, New Hampshire, Durham, New Hampshire, University of New Hampshire, and some other outside areas to help draw people in that are going to be willing to make a drive like you of 20 to 30 minutes. Now, this may not be accessible for everyone, saying, oh, sure, there could be a community if you drive 20 minutes, but I don't have a car. Look, we can't cover the gamut like that. We know that this stuff takes effort. But with 1 week of digging, I found a community of 10 trainers. I found multiple cities around the area that have active stuff going on. We've partnered with the local campfire. And now this week, we're going to be pushing to move people from the local Rochester Facebook group into Campfire that may not even have Campfire downloaded. So there's a lot going on behind the scenes.
If it's not downloaded, will it show up on the Go map? Like, will you see that?
No, because you won't see the square unless you're like logged in. So you have to kind of,
okay.
And then when you
sense.
download Campfire, boop, the little icon will pop up. But this is very exciting. This is our first foray into New Hampshire. This is also my first foray into creating an event that I won't be attending, and that's, a couple 100 miles away from me. So that's that.
Hey, you could show up.
But what this is going to do is be a proof of concept for building a community, an active and engaged community in a rural area, where if we could pull this off and get 20 people to this event and ultimately 50 people for GoFest or Go Tour Global in a couple months, this can work. And this was all motivated and spawned. The catalyst for me doing this was Niantic saying 90% of America lives within 10 miles of a Walmart. Knowing that, I'm like, if people live 10 miles from a Walmart, they can live 10 miles from a place that has an active game board, or at least a game board worthy of wayfinding and developing. So I think what's going to be important when you go to Rochester is to scour Rochester. We're going to be driving in the Google car with Jamal from Wayspotters to find out places that you can nominate when you're there. And let's say that there's, 10 Pokestops in all of downtown Rochester. What if you were able to turn that to 25? Now
There's a lot, honestly.
All right. So maybe there's an active wayfinding community out there. That's awesome. But very excited for this. Shout out to the Tri-City Pokemon Go group. Shout out to Nick, the community leader. When I messaged him, he was on board immediately, and we're really excited to work with him. And I think this can turn into something really, really strong. And again, shout out to him for already having an established group in that area. We're just going to amplify it and get it to the next level to get the numbers required to do a Blastoise or a Charizard or a Venusaur, get the 20, and then also inform the community on how to be most prepared to take advantage of these events. So very exciting stuff. Some not so exciting stuff, though, coming out of Albany, New York. And I got like 30 messages from tons of people about this. And this is an interesting one because this is actually on local news. I'm not even going to play the video because I'm sure it'll play an ad. But this is coming from Channel 6 News in Albany. Pokemon Go players petition to keep playing in Crossings Park. Colony Town officials are trying to clear the air after a group of Pokemon Go gamers suggested the mobile game could be banned from Crossings Park. Town Park's coordinator told CBS this afternoon that a large organized group of gamers asked about the use of the park. And then it goes on to talk about a rule here. It says that, let's see, where is it? Colony Town Parks Coordinator Tom Breslin sent a statement. I have a call with this dude tomorrow on the phone. I'm excited to talk to him. Sent a statement to CBS 6 addressing the conversation with regional coordinator of a gaming group who says he was trying to organize Pokemon Go meetups. Crossings Park, the park in question, is a passive park, and such organized gaming pursuits are beyond passive. Nonetheless, they offered the use of 2 other fabulous parks that could be available this year, including Mohawk River Park and Schuyler Flats Park. Okay, so what do we got going on here? Here's the skinny. Link's going to be in the description. I encourage you to watch the video. The community leader also created the petition. Get involved. This is a fun news thing. This is interesting to see Pokemon Go in local news again. You know, remember 2016, everyone was covering it. Hillary Clinton, Pokemon Go to the polls. Like, it was in the news. It's exciting to see this in the news again. But the reason this is an issue is they like permitting in town-wide places. So just like if you were saying, hey, we're going to hold a Little League game in this park, they're not just going to let you post up with Little League, teams of 25 and parents and, all these people crowding into the park. Yes, it's a public place, but I understand the dilemma from the park's perspective because this is something organized, advertised, and marketed with a meetup point inside one of these parks. Because if I'm organizing an event on Campfire, that means someone is in charge. And I think there's an issue here because in the video, if you watch it, the dude in the video is like, I never said I was a, regional coordinator. It's like, bro, let's be real. You're a community leader. You're just trying to do the best for your community. The guy from the town Parks and Rec was just like, yeah, I met with the regional coordinator. It makes it sound very official. Yes. I'm gonna get to the bottom of it tomorrow when I talk to this guy. I'm really excited to get the scoop on this. But my goal here is to kind of amplify this to bring attention for the town to the positive impact that organized Pokemon Go play can have. And even the locals in the video bring it up. They're like, we're right by the center of town that has tons of businesses and restaurants. We go eat there after every event. Like, how could this be a negative?
Surf Taco, they don't benefit at all.
Bro, believe me, when we put 40 people in a Surf Taco at 5 o'clock on a Sunday, they're very appreciative of all the burrito madness that's happening. But I think, and Landor Alpha, who's in the chat, this is his local park, so he's played in this park before. The 2 parks that were recommended, one of them charges to get in over the summer and closes during the winter, and the other one is tiny. So they're not suited for Pokemon Go play, and also...
So what you're saying is it's extra small?
Mm-hmm. Yes, but there's also not a developed game board like there is in this Crossings Park. So,
well, that could be a wayfinder.
Sure.
Way spot.
But either way, there's a petition. Get involved. Read the comments. Like, just connect with this. Obviously, don't harass anybody. But look into this situation because I think it's very interesting and could have impacts outside of Albany down the road. In my area in 2017, Belmar, New Jersey, I talk about this all the time. There was a tiny little park that was like our Pokemon Go mecca. It had a whopping 4 stops. We called it the 3 benches because there was 3 benches that all had stops. There was a 4th there as well. And it was the early place for us to go in July, August, September, October of 2016. And there was a business owner there who was unhappy that all the public parking spots were being filled up for the public park. And through going to town meetings and all this stuff, the town contacted Niantic. They pulled all the POI out of the park, and a very flourishing, active community in this park in Belmar, New Jersey, went away. And it had a profound impact on the group. And this was in the beginning when we were barely organized. So having an organized group playing at Crossings Park for every event to all of a sudden not being able to play there, it's a big deal. And also, it's not like they can say like, hey, are you here as part of this organized event? And you say no, are they going to kick you out because you're playing Pokemon Go? It's not all against the rules to play Pokemon Go. It's just against the rules to have an organized event within the park. So a lot to figure out. I can't wait to talk to this guy. Follow the story. I recommend it. I just think it could have, for better or for worse, impact on the future of Pokemon Go at the local level. Because if other townships catch wind of this and it sets a precedent, it could have an impact. So it's
and here we are just podcasting about it. No big deal.
It could have an impact. So it's worth recognizing.
So let's amplify it.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. But no, I do think it's an interesting topic, and I don't want to see the park end up not being able to host organized Pokemon Go events. So when I talk to them tomorrow, I'm going to get the scoop. I'm going to let him say his piece, and then I'm going to hit him with some facts and talk about economic impact, social impact, community impact. You know, the impact to small business and potentially tourism and things like that, and the problem being is Lander Alpha in the chat just said, especially when you're encouraged to gather in places like that park by Niantic. This is very true. So there is no measures in place with the community ambassador program, with creating a non-ambassador event in just a regular meetup and campfire. There's nowhere that says, like, you know, hey, check with local authorities or check the local, you know, thing if you're okay to play in this public park. So again, this could set precedents that may impact how we do things. So it's important to follow. I would hate to put any kind of roadblock or barrier up to anyone creating an event thinking that, oh, hey, I could create this event only to be liable if something happens, or liable if, you know, something gets broken at the park accidentally. I don't know. I don't know where to go with this. So I'm just I'm in the fact-finding phase right now. So shout out to Spencer from the community who reached out to me, and shout out to a bunch of people that kind of put me in touch with them. It was a lot of moving parts, but at the end of the day, I had spoke with the township today on the phone, set up a call with the head of Parks and Rec tomorrow. I'd imagine that because of the news stories and the news outlets that have picked it up, their phone has probably been a little busy today. So I'm excited that I'm going to get an audience. I'm excited to get some time to talk to them, and we'll see what happens, because I'm sure Niantic would not want their, you know, this active game board to be shunned. And again, it's weird because they're not saying Pokemon Go isn't allowed. It's just organized Pokemon Go, which is an end game goal for Niantic to get their community to do. So it's could be interesting. Could be very interesting. But Adam, we're going a little long, and that's a show, though. We did it.
That is a show, but I do want to end it on a terrestrialized note. So with this, the Dynamax system coming out, it gives new wings to the longevity of the game, because every Pokemon could become Dynamaxed and yada, yada, yada. How do you think terrestrialized Pokemon will come in? Will it be something similar? But hear me out. They would go into raids, but you have Charizard that has the Dark Crown. You have Charizard that has the Lightning Crown. You have Charizard that has the Water Crown. How insane would the amount of time, like, you would need to find the raids, you would need to battle each one with the different typings.
Endgame, bro.
I don't know.
Endgame content.
No, I'm just saying. I think the Terrestrialize is going to be something insane like that.
This is a lifetime game. If
or because you know how they have the Volt Switch and they're trying things with Morpeko,
right?
It could be like you have to PvP with those Pokemon, and that's where the Terrestrialize happens, like mid game or mid attack, and then it turns it into a different type.
I don't know.
I know.
But again, this
it was just thoughts.
No, this is good.
On my way home today.
And you're totally right. This is the stuff that will allow this game to prosper for a long time. And with every new gen comes a new gimmick. Fisher J in the chat says endgame until the Gen 10 gimmick. You're totally right. Like, it's just it. They're gonna have to figure out new and exciting ways to implement this stuff. Hopefully, they allow liberties. I like when things are a little bit different in Pokemon Go. You know, we still follow a somewhat similar path for Dynamax and Gmax, with Gmax species having Gmax attacks that are, you know, to the species, where Dynamax attacks are based on the fast move. Like, that stuff carries over and is consistent with the main series. But, you know, you also have, you know, unique things with Dynamaxing multiple times in a battle, up and down, you know what I mean? Like, there's unique stuff to Pokemon Go. So I don't know, man. I think it's exciting. I think Drilbur is going to lead the charge for Wild Area. I think Wild Area is going to be fantastic. We're all waiting for the announcement of how will the Gengar stuff be applied or not applied to Toxtricity. A lot of stuff to come out in the next week. But Adam, that is a show. So we should wrap it up.
That is a show.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone in the chat. We really appreciate you. Before you leave, give us a like, follow, share, all that good stuff. If you want to check out the audio version of the show, it'll be out on Friday. If you're listening to the audio version, you want to check out the video, head over to our YouTube channel and watch the VOD. And all that good stuff. We really appreciate everybody. Shout out to Albany. Shout out to New Hampshire. Shout out to Red Bank. I'm just loving that it's very easy for us to talk about these global, large-scale IRL events, Go Tour, Go Fest, all these things. It's exciting for me to talk about this game at a local level in an organized way. I just think it's really preparing us and preparing the game for the future. So very, very excited. But Adam, if that's a show, that's a show. Is that a show?
That's a show.
Keep training, trainers.